Yeah, I mean, neither player from both sides were there in 2003, so it feels a long time ago. But we know it's going to be a packed house. There's going to be 130,000 fans here supporting India. So it's going to be awesome. They've been playing really well, undefeated this tournament. But we know at our best we can give them a good shake. We've played them quite a lot over the last couple of years with success. So it's all building up for a nice final. I think it's hard to say. They've certainly played really well this World Cup. I think we certainly didn't. I don't think we scored par in that first game, but we're one catch away from potentially being in front of that game. So there's lots of, we won an ODI series here early on in the year. There's lots of moments we can draw on where we've had success against, a really good Indian side. I think you've got to embrace it. The crowd's obviously going to be very one-sided, but it's also, in sport, there's nothing more satisfying than hearing a big crowd go silent, and that's the aim for us tomorrow. You've just got to embrace every part of a final. Even in the lead up, there's going to be noise and more people and interest, and you just can't get overwhelmed.
তোমার কনকাই
সিজন 2
কনকা সবার জন্য আধুনিক প্রযুক্তি
Be up for it. You got to love it, and just know whatever happens, it's fine. But you just want to finish the day with no regrets. I think similar to a lot of ODI cricket in general, the ball obviously swings for a few overs, but after that there's not much swing. So you've got to try and create wickets in other ways. It's not necessarily catches behind the wicket like you might have in Australia. So you got to be brave with some of the balls you use, slower balls, bouncers. You got to keep it. Find that balance between mixing it up, but also not go chasing too much. So I think we've struck that balance pretty well. And at least over here in India, a lot of the time by the end of the innings, things like cutters work perhaps better than it does elsewhere in the world.
Hey Pat, I know you've said that you've stuck to the processes through the whole tournament, but at zip and 2 and Sri Lanka none for 100, was there ever a moment where you thought, gee, we might not make it this far?
Absolutely, yeah. The proposition at that stage was basically we had to be flawless to make it through to the semis, and fortunately we were. But yeah, absolutely, it's we knew we came up against two very good sides to start off with, but we were off the pace, so we knew that we had to change pretty drastically, and glad we did.
So how do you expect it to play compared to Calcutta?
Hard to know. I think it's been a bit more high scoring here throughout the tournament. It's been a pretty good wicket, so hard to say. Just had a look.
And what did you make of it?
Again, I'm not a great pitch reader, but it looked pretty firm. They've only just watered it, so give it another 24 hours and have a look, but looks like a pretty good wicket.